Hi, anybody who's there? Well, I've got my coffee, so I'll wait for whoever arrives. It may be Nathan, it usually is. We shall see who is first today. Just getting my pills out. Having a bad day today. I've got a thumbs up, so somebody's in the room. Right. Let's see who it is who's going to be the first person to say hello today. Well, it won't be Val. Oh, it's Esther. You're the first one today, Esther. The weather is, it's windy. It's absolutely hammering it down. And the greenhouse is practically whizzing around the garden, you know. Hey, Nathan, you wasn't the first today. Esther beat you to it today. Yeah, the weather's horrible. Horrible today. Oh, it was all right this morning. Luckily, I was expecting a delivery from Amazon, so I decided to go out and do my bits of shopping. Didn't need a whole lot. Bits of shopping this morning when the weather was quite nice. I've got something on my tongue. Glad I did, because I went shopping in the sunshine. Didn't last long. Did not last long. Anyway, I managed to get, hi Linda, I managed to get a nice little hanging basket. It's only a diddy little thing. As my friend said when she came round, it looks a bit lonely in the middle of that fence. But it was only £4.99 from Aldi. And it's got pretty little purple and yellow flowers. I didn't know what they were called, but you know me, I've forgotten already. So, but the weather, I just went outside to check my greenhouse was still there. One greenhouse is tied down. They're only plastic greenhouses, by the way. Is tied down. My niece and her husband came last Sunday, and he tied it to the wall for me. But then I got another plastic greenhouse, which is meant to grow tomatoes in, and that isn't fastened down, so it's been all around the garden so far. Hi, Enid. Excuse me while I have a slug. It's only Gaviscon, in case you're wondering what I'm slugging. I should, of course, use a spoon, but it's only me using it. So I'll drink out the bottle. I had some lovely sea bass for me tea, but it seems to have landed with a bit of a plunk. So that's why I thought I'll take the Gaviscon. I've got my coffee. My friend came today. Oh, you can't. Oh, why do I always go the wrong way? You can't see it anyway, can you? No. Oh, there you are. There you are, between me and the chair. She bought me a Dolce Gusto coffee machine that uses those little pod things. But there were no instructions, of course, so Janet made a bodge of it the first time. I was having a cappuccino. And I didn't realise, did I? You have to have two different pods, one for the milk and one for the coffee. So I made a bodge of it. So anyway, next time maybe I shall be better off. She brought me two lovely cushions. Look at that purple. Woo! And she brought me a perching stool that she doesn't use. I'm having trouble. You know, I'm cooking from scratch. I'm trying to be good. But I'm having trouble sitting and chopping things up. I know I've got this chair, but it's not exactly what you might call a chair for doing your cooking with, is it? Yeah. So she bought me a perching stool that she has and doesn't use. So, hey, I'll be all right when I want to chop my veggies up now, won't I? Or make me cake or something, yeah. Oh, dear. I still haven't planted my little seeds. Been going to do it all week, but it's been one thing after another this week. I just haven't had time. I don't know how on earth I ever found time to actually go to work, because I never have time for anything these days. Yeah. My friend gave me 3 little plants. I'm going to try to see if anything will grow in the pebbles. You know, my garden. My friend came today for the first time to see it, and she goes, "Oh, I wish my garden was like this." I said, "You wish your garden looked like that. I said, you must be joking. I said, that isn't a garden, that's just a yard. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to do something. I've actually seen some gorgeous plant pots on Amazon. I have got an Amazon wish list, by the way. It's underneath if anybody's feeling affluent, as well as my coffee. My coffee list is down there. Yeah. And thank you very much to the people who have bought me a coffee. Much appreciated. Because as you know, at the moment, I'm not getting paid from YouTube because of some faffing about with some form I've got to fill in for tax. I never got paid much anyway, so it's not as if I miss it. But I'm not getting anything at the minute because I haven't filled in my tax form. Let me just show you what I've got on my wish list. Only because I want to show you, because I knocked on next door to ask if he'd mind if I hung something on his fence, because it's a joint fence, but he wasn't in. Right, on my wish list, where have we gone? Come on, wish list. Come on, wish list. You probably can't see them very well, but they're tiny little plant pots that you hang on the fence. So they wouldn't be too heavy. I don't think he's going to have an objection to it. They do have bigger ones as well that are like a double one that hang on the fence. But I thought I'd better ask him first, yeah. I mean, I would like planters, but some of the planters. The price of them is a little out of my price range. I mean, that's gorgeous, isn't it, that wooden one? But it's £16, well, £17 really. And one would look a little bit lonely. You'd have to have a row of them, wouldn't you? So I'll get there in the end. But I might have to save up a while, yeah. Can we have some thumbs up, please? Please, 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 pretty please. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Where have I got a picture? Oh, that was Trixie when she was a little puppy. Why have I got music playing? Stop it. Stop it. Oh dear. Why have I got a video highlight of an elephant? I don't know. Oh, you saw me planter. Oh, you didn't, did you? Unless you look on YouTube. My niece brought me that. Or my niece and her husband brought me that. Ooh. The other day. It does say Happy Mother's Day, but you know, we won't go there, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting there slowly, Nathan. It's going to take me a while, you know. Unless I win the lottery, you know, you have to eke out well, everybody's in the same situation, aren't they? You've got to eke out your money when you can, yeah. I'm showing cards and a piece of paper with a number on it. What cards? What number? I haven't got any cards with a number on it. There's no cards on there. On my phone case. Oh, those. That's, if anybody wants to ring that, that's to get me mobile scooter recovered if I break down. So you can ring that if you feel like it, yeah. It's me emergency number. So that's not anybody's number. It's not a problem. When you belong to a mobility scheme, if you break down anywhere, they send this huge, it's funny really, they send a great big low loader, because my scooter's so tall, it won't fit in a recovery van. So they have to send a huge low loader out to pick it up. And they strap it down so it looks silly. It's like sitting there on the end of this low loader when they bring it. Oh, you feel such a twit, don't you? But it won't fit in a van, it's too tall. Normally they recover scooters with a little transit van, yeah. But in my case, no. Hello, Sean. How are you today? Yeah. So I think do the clocks, people in the UK, do the clocks go forward tonight, or am I dreaming? Is it tonight? Is it? I know it's Mother's Day tomorrow in the UK, not in America. It's Mother's Day tomorrow, because my son sent me, well, in fact, it came on Tuesday. It was supposed to come yesterday. Oh, we're losing an hour in bed, aren't we, today? Sad. He sent me a little, like, bunch of flower thing, like a display. And it arrived on Tuesday. He booked it to arrive like yesterday. But he's probably as well, because I was out most of yesterday. I had to go for the iron infusion. And I had to go to the other side of Blackpool. So I had to get a taxi. Which, you know the state of my finances. £26 each way. So it was £52. Anyway, she's told me that I can get patient transport for next week. So I shouldn't have to pay. Which is probably as well, because that would be £100, wouldn't it? In a fortnight, I would have had to pay out on taxes. Oh. So I've had my iron infusion, but hey, Connie. But I can't say I feel any different. But she did say it might take 2 or 3 days before it had any effect. And I've got to go again next week for another one. So, I don't know why I'm so anemic. I've even bought spinach, and I eat fish and I eat all sorts. I don't eat a lot of red meat, I must admit, and I don't like liver. But I don't know why I'm so anemic, But, hey, Jane. Yeah. Excuse me while I swallow my pill. Oh, I'd hate, when you get that taste in your mouth from a painkiller, it sort of sticks at the back of your throat, doesn't it? Thumbs up, please, everybody. I like to beg. Oh, dear. As I said before, if you've only just come in, thanks everybody who bought me a coffee. Very much appreciated. It's nice when people do things like that. It makes you feel wanted. It's not the money. It's just the fact that people appreciate you and want to give you a little gift. And it's nice. It's nice, yeah. Yeah. I've had a little gift this week. I can't think what I had. I had the flower pot, didn't I? My niece came and she changed the curtains. I've got my own curtains now in the lounge. So the horrible beige things are in a charity shop in Cleveland now. They've gone. Her husband fastened one of my greenhouses down and he put pictures, well, a few of the pictures on the wall, but my walls here are like concrete and he didn't bring a drill. So he was like, with a hammer. So next time he comes, he said he'll bring either a lump hammer or the drill because he couldn't get the pictures on the wall. I've got some on the wall. I've got Buster back, which is the main thing. I like to look up and see Buster, It's not home without my doggy on the wall, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can see I've been to shopping. I was pointing the wrong way, can't I? Because I've been shopping on my fruit, yeah. Hey, Sue. So I got my fruit. I didn't have a big shop today. Hey, Yolanda as well. Hey. So hello. If I've missed anybody, I'm sorry. Hi, if I've missed anybody. Yeah, I nipped down to Aldi today. I didn't want an awful lot. I just wanted some veg and some fruit, really, mostly. I did get some chicken thighs, yeah. I read somewhere, actually, I think it was on the internet, that there's actually more goodness for your body in thighs than there is in the chicken breast. So Stupid gets the big, you buy a big container when you live on your own. You don't want a big container in the fridge, do you? So I wrapped them individually and put them in the freezer. And then I went, what about tomorrow's dinner? So I've had to pull two out again. Hi, Dotty Gran. Hiya, Dotty. How are you? All right. I've just been watching. Well, I watched Crafty Clegs the other day, and she got given this beautiful chair. Anyway, I've just been watching Leslie, Not Quite Enough Yarn, and somebody sent her one as well. Yeah. I thought, oh, how nice. It rocks backwards and forwards, and it goes around, and it's got a footrest that comes out. All right for some, isn't it? A nice big chair. Yeah. Still, never mind. Oh, thank you, Dotty. Yeah. I've already had my little flowers already off my son, and had a tub with flowers in off my niece. Yeah. So I've had my Mother's Day. Oh dear. So he said he'd ring me. So hopefully he will remember to ring me tomorrow. Thank you, Jane. Oh, well, I haven't done hardly any knitting or crochet this week. I haven't got myself in the groove yet. I've got kept up to date with me washing and stuff like that. Oh, and I had to wait for the Amazon. That's why I had to go early this morning, because I didn't know what time the Amazon man was coming, or the Amazon woman. It was a woman, actually. So I've ordered well, I thought it was an electric scrubbing brush, for the kitchen floor. But it turns out it's one of those everything's rechargeable now, isn't it? But I suppose it's better that you don't have the flex, do you? When you're going round everywhere. But he said it takes 3 hours to charge up. Anyway, they didn't come till, what was it, 6:45? They delivered it, so it was too late to plug it in and start cleaning the floor. So kitchen tiles here are like a creamy beige, and I think they've got a mottled pattern in it. But to me, it just looks dirty, and until I know it isn't dirty, I can't convince myself that it's not dirty, if you know what I mean. I've done it with the scrubbing brush on a long handle pole, and I've done it with the mop thing, but it still looks grubby. But if I scrub it with electric and it doesn't change, then I know that's the tile. Yeah. It's not a tile I would have chosen, because it just looks grubby to me. And I'm sure it's not. But tomorrow I'll be there with my Vim and my electric scrubber when it's charged up. Everything in the world has to have a charger these days, doesn't it? You don't plug anything in anymore. Everything's wireless, cordless, God knows whatness, and yeah. Hey, it's the modern world, I suppose, isn't it? My vacuum cleaner isn't. My vacuum cleaner's got a flex and a plug. Whenever I've had anything like a vacuum cleaner that recharges, you run out before you finish doing your hoovering. Maybe I'm just a slow hooverer, I don't know. It takes me longer to hoover. I have to keep sitting down, yeah. So what's the weather like in your part of the woods? It's absolutely hammering it down here. Oh, and the wind, howling wind. I've had to turn the heating up. I've been doing really well with the heating while I've been in here. Not had to have it on high at all, but today I thought I'd flipping freezing. It's sunny where you are. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, excuse me. Yeah, thank you for reminding everybody to put their thumbs up. There's 33 people in the room, and I've only got 19 thumbs up. That means that, 10, 12 people don't like me? I shall cry. Yeah, loads of When I moved here, I've got a box full of wires that I don't know what they belong to. Eventually, I'll work out. I've kept them up. A lot of them are in that. Oh God, I can't point. Can I? That basket there on top of the. Why can I not point? There. That's got wires and plugs and chargers and things. Not chargers, but wires to charge things up. I put them up there so I know where they are. And I think, well, when I'm looking for something and it hasn't got a charge out, the wire to charge it up, I know where to start looking. Because when I was moving, anything that had anything like that, like cameras and stuff like that, I just put them all in the box. Because I thought they're going to get lost. They won't stay attached to whatever they're supposed to be attached to. So I found the camera ones, yeah. Your feet are freezing. I've got my socks on. My hand-knitted socks. The ones I finished off not long ago. I've got them. But it's cold, isn't it? Yeah. You've knitted socks, Linda. Get them put on. I've got some fabulous socks things that they look handmade, and they are handmade by somebody. And I got them from Moonbeams and Mayhem, and they're brightly coloured like slipper socks. And they've got a fleece lining inside them. Oh, and they're lovely and warm. Whenever my feet are cold, I put them on. But I have to remember I can't go outside to the dustbin because, of course, they've got no soles on them. They're just knitted. But they're lovely and cosy. Yeah. I've got a hat to match as well. Not that I go out wearing the slippers and that. They're too thick to put your boots on. But I'm wearing my hand-knitted socks, the ones I finished off not long back. Yeah. I've got a drawer full of hand-knitted socks that I very, very rarely wear. Except in bed. If my feet are cold, I can't go to sleep. I just can't sleep if my feet are cold. And believe it or not, I've actually gone to bed in mittens before today. And I wear a hat because it's not a thick hat, but my hair's falling out. There's less of it any day. I have to wear a CPAP machine, and the CPAP machine has Velcro on it. And I found that it was ripping my hair at the roots because the Velcro was sticking on my hair. So I have to put it's only a thin, made out of cotton, a little thin hat on, and then I put my headgear on over the top of that. So at least it's not ripping my hair out anymore. Yeah. Well, you should knit a pair for yourself then, Linda. Never mind knitting them for everybody else. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's grown. A lot of my things they grow. It's tension, isn't it? If your tension's not spot on, At least you can run a bit of shearing elastic or something around the neck hole if it's gone too big. I don't understand. I watch a lot of crochet and knit videos. We do, don't we? And people who crochet, on massive hooks. And I'm thinking, it's going to drop into it, or it's going to wash really baggy. I like my things that are, pretty. I mean, this is, I made this when I had the shop. That's how long I've had this. Serdar Wash and Wear. The pattern, no, all I can tell you is it's called Leaf Hopper Stitch. But I've actually had this cardigan. It must be 30-year-old, this cardigan. But if you get a good tension on things, because this is pretty firm tension. I know it looks a bit oldie, but it's not. And it's washed and washed and washed, yeah. Christine got up at 1. Not last night. The night before, I woke up. Something woke me up at 3 o'clock-ish. Could I get back to sleep? Could I? No. So I finished up. I got up in the end. Got up, put my electric fire on, got my book and fell asleep in the chair. Yeah, it does. I would say that it's the old wash and wear. The wash and wear of today doesn't wash as well. This was crepe, and it was too good for its own good, if you know what I'm talking about. Because when you made a sweater in this, it lasted and lasted and lasted. So obviously people weren't buying it the same because it was lasting too long. It's always the same with anything that's really good washing stuff. They change it. And the reason they change it is because you're not buying enough. They sell you something that's, oh, soft and lovely like butter, but it balls up, fluffs up, whatever. So that means you have to buy it again, don't you, in a couple of years' time, because it looks like you've dragged it round the garden or the dog has you. You know, it makes me smile when I see these ladies on YouTube. Usually, sorry, ladies, if you're in America, usually American ladies, and they say, "Oh, it's soft like butter. It feels so soft." And I'm thinking, yeah, you crochet it on a big hook. You wash it, darling. It'll be down to your knees. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, I was just laughing with my friend today. We were talking about when you have to get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and the dog gets in your place. My Buster was a big dog, and if I got out of bed, I'd come back and he'd be there with his head on the pillow. And can you move a great big dog? No, they feign deep sleep. So you have to go around the other side of the bed, because I was living on my own, go around the other side of the bed and get in the cold bit. Yeah. Uh-huh. She's almost finished the jumper she's knitting, yeah. I've got my crochet. I've found another of the cones, you know, the never-ending cones. It's actually emerald green. It looks rather jade on there. So my friend has promised me the loan of her teenage son. Don't think he knows he's being promised. But in the school holidays, he'll come and help me lug out all the boxes in my shed. Did I show you the picture of my shed? Not my shed, my garage. I keep calling it my shed. I actually took a picture because some of the ladies at Knit Club were saying, "Oh, we'll come and help you." I went, you don't know what you're promising. You don't know what you're saying. Wait till you see the picture of my garage. Then you will see. Can you see it? That is my garage. The space there is where I put the scooter. That is the garage. That is why I have not tackled it as yet. Because it's overwhelming, yeah. It's overwhelming. I mean, the ladies at Knit Club are lovely and all that, but they're quite elderly, you know, they don't have the muscle power. I don't have the muscle power to lug all that in. My back's not been right since it got freezing cold in that cafe the other week. We went to a different cafe this week, you'd be glad to know. Not going back to that one, it's too cold. If my back gets cold, it just seizes up, yeah. That's why I've just took 2 painkillers now. I know. I expect to do everything in 5 minutes, Dottie. You know, I really do, yeah. Just a few boxes. Have you seen it? There must be about 24 bags, laundry bags full of stuff. Oh. Once it gets the shelves up, then it's just a question of unzipping the bags and putting the stuff on the shelves. It's the actual taking all the bags out of the garage first so that the shelves can get put up. That is the bit that's the daunting bit, because I couldn't do it, because by the time I'd done a few bags, lugging a few bags out, my back had just, that'd be it. I couldn't do any more. It needs a really nice day to take them all out and either put them in my garden yard or I put them on the driveway until I get the shelves up. Once the shelves are up, I mean, all my yarn is in bags. It's in cellophane plastic bags. I don't believe in having my yarn free, because of insects, mice, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, everybody that wants to help me lives too far away. Everybody that lives near me, unfortunately, is rather elderly. And I wouldn't want to subject them to lugging the bags because they're heavy. I mean, I have lugged. This is why my back's in a terrible state at the minute, because I've unpacked big boxes and things. Me, who's not supposed to lift anything at all. I had all the boxes to empty. They've all been emptied now. Oh, that's another thing my niece's husband did. He took all my cardboard to the tip. I had a yard full of cardboard. Do you think I had a cardboard factory out there? It was piled high. It was blowing all around the garden. Amazon puts a mascara in a big box, don't they, with a load of paper, My blue bin's full again, and they don't empty it for another 3 weeks. And I've got some more cardboard to take out today. Hiya, Lizzie. It's 11 degrees C here. And I wouldn't have thought it was 11 degrees. I thought it was more like 9 this morning, yeah. Yeah, Amazon, they must have shares in cardboard. I'm convinced they do. Because everything is in a whopping big box. And then not only is it in a big box, they put shed loads of brown paper as well, don't they? Wrapping it round, like as if it's going to break. Yeah. So I've got to plug my, well, it's not, I call it electric. They call it an electric floor scrubber, but it's not really. It's a rechargeable. Yeah. They should say rechargeable. They shouldn't say electric, because you get things and you expect it to come and plug it in, don't you? And then you read the instructions and it says you have to charge it up for 3 hours before you can use it. And I'm like, oh, God, yeah. I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, my friend came today. Her son brought her, honestly. Some sons are very impatient. She'd not seen the bungalow before. So she had a quick look round, and it was a quick look round. And he's outside pipping his horn. I felt like saying, for goodness sake, just give your mother 5 minutes. Honestly. But she'll have to come again when she's got more time. She said, oh, I like your backyard. It's so easy to look after. I went, yeah, you only need a brush to sweep it. I've got one hanging basket. It's only a little thing. Pathetic. But I couldn't carry any more because I've only got my scooter. So I had my shopping bag and this little thing perched on the top. That's all I could carry on my scooter. So I only got one. But it's nice. It's a tiny little hanging basket with purple and yellow flowers in, yeah. You've got a penicillin in the hive box. Like 2 foot by 2 foot. I know they do that. My friend got what was it? A nail polish. Little nail polish bottle. Like that came in a great big box. She went, you're joking. You could have fitted it in an envelope or something. Yeah, I ordered some WD-40 today, if you know what that is. He oiled my garage door, but it's still sticking. Yeah, it's very pretty, isn't it, the flower? Guess who went out and watered it this morning because it was looking a little bit droopy? And guess what happened? The rain came down. Yeah, they're real flowers in the hanging basket. They're like almost like tiny little pansies. They're not pansies. I looked at the name and I forgot. Only £4.99, Nathan, and it's a nice little, like a wickery basket with these little purple and yellow flowers in. £4.99. I thought you couldn't even buy a hanging basket for that, could you? I would have bought a couple. I mean, it looks a bit pathetic in the middle of me. They might be violas. I can't remember. Some are purple and some are like a yellow. They remind me of like tiny pansies, yeah. But it looks a bit lost in the middle of a big long fence. One little hanging basket. But it's a bit of a trek to go back, to get another one or two. I mean, at the most I could only carry two, to balance them on my scooter. So it means trundling all the way down there. They had some lovely ones in a basket like that, but I think they were $9.99 or something. But they'd be nice for Mother's Day. They were quite big, those, with a handle on and everything. But obviously, $4.99 was more in my price range, being as I spent so much money this week. I must be keeping Amazon afloat, I think, yeah. We know their way here now, What with having to spend £52 on a taxi as well this week. Luckily, I've got loads of food in the freezer, so Janet will not starve. I'm not a fussy eater. I can make do with egg on toast or something like that, beans on toast. When I've been broke before, it's a million meals with a baked potato, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? I don't starve. May not eat high, but yeah, egg on toast, nothing wrong with it, is there? Nothing wrong with it. We don't all have to have best rump steak and stuff like that. I mean, the chicken thighs I got, they were £2.99, I think. And they're not big thighs. It's only little thighs, but there was about 8, I think. Yeah. My friend has tomatoes on toast every day. I don't know whether they're fresh tomatoes that she cooks or whether they're tin tomatoes. I don't like tin tomatoes on toast because it makes me toast go soggy. Yeah. I'm not a lover of tin tomatoes, although I'm cooking fish sometimes. I'll do my fish in with onions, and I had sea bass today. They were very tiny fillets, but I'm not eating an awful lot at the moment, so they were enough for me. They weren't bad. They were £2.19 at Aldi for 2 slivers of sea bass. Thought that was quite decent. Ooh, cold toast. Ugh. No, I don't like cold toast. When I first started work, after the shop folded and I started working, I didn't get paid for a month. I had to work a month in hand. And I used to take cold toast for my lunch, at work, or I lived off egg and cress sandwiches because I was too poor to afford anything until I got my first wage. Hi, Denise. Yeah, I have scrambled egg on toast a lot for me, my breakfast. Because I like that tiger bread. I get tiger bread. It's quite thick, actually, tiger bread. So one slice with the scrambled egg on top is enough for me. I didn't eat half of it. I made too much dinner for myself tonight. I had some leftover sprouts, so I had sprouts and just a few chips, only a little, not even a handful. And then I had these 2 slivers of sea bass, but it was too much for me. Yeah, egg and cress. I don't buy cress. I don't know why. Oh, do you know, I'm going chillier and chillier, and I shouldn't because I've turned the heating up. I want to go and get a blanket. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I go and get me blanket. Oh, I've got a poacher, a nice poacher. I got it ages ago from Amazon. 2 little things. Non-stick, you know, the little cup thing, non-stick. Brilliant. Brilliant. Makes lovely poached eggs. I'm going for a blanket. I'm cold. And I don't know why, because the heating is on. Oh. Oh. Got me big yellow blanket. You know I don't like making blankets, but I made this for on my scooter. But then I bought an apron after that was fleecy lined. Oh, I'm so chilly. Eggs expensive? No, not that much. No. No, I don't know. I can't remember how much I paid for my eggs. I think I paid £2 something for 12 or something. I don't know why they're so expensive in America. Yeah, I do need my dressing gown, yeah. No, they're quite cheap here. I can't remember. Do you know, Linda or Nathan, how much eggs are? I bought some today and I can't remember. I usually have my heating on like last couple of hours at night is all I've needed it on, and only on 15. But today I put it on about 2 o'clock and I put it on. It's either on 16, 17, something like that. Oh, they always blame it on something, Denise. They always find an excuse, don't they, why prices are going up. They never go down again, do they? They used to do that with new potatoes years ago. £2 to £3 for 6. I don't think I paid that much in Aldi. Maybe, I don't know. I sort of clock the prices when I'm going round and then I don't remember. I've actually got the bill in my purse. I could go and have a look, but my purse is in there. Means going back in the lounge again. I don't think it's that. Can you remember, Linda, how much they are? Nathan, can you remember how much eggs are? I know I saw a thing on YouTube once for somebody in America. £1 for 6, yeah. I know they were, I think, I paid £2 something, I think, for 12, I think, in Aldi. I know they weren't £3.15 for a dozen free range in Asda, yeah. Well, Aldi's usually a bit cheaper, isn't it? So it's probably about £3 in Aldi. Yeah, I usually get the free range ones because they're dearer, aren't they? If you get the ordinary cage bird ones, they're cheaper, aren't they? Yeah, but they're from birds that get cooped up in a cage, aren't they? The ones that are cheaper. Yeah, we just have to pray that they are free range. You know, they might just say they are. Unless you actually see the chickens, you don't know, do you? It's like all this organic stuff. I don't believe half of it is organic. I think you just stick a label on it saying it's organic. How do you know? You don't stand there testing it with a thing testing for chemicals, do you? You have to just believe that they say, oh, it's organic. So they charge twice as much because it's organic. I mean, when I was a kid, everything was organic because they didn't have all this pesticide stuff. That's probably why our parents were healthier or whatever. You didn't call it organic, it just was because, yeah. Yeah. We were having a laugh on Thursday, actually, because we were talking about stupid things, you do when you're talking with your friends. One of my friends said she'd read her clause thing. I mean, she owns a house, she doesn't rent. She's not allowed to keep pigs. I said, well, this says I'm not allowed to keep chickens. I'm not allowed to keep chickens. Not that I would want to keep chickens, but I'm not allowed to. Where I lived before, it said nobody was allowed to keep a caravan on the drive. And if you'd have seen our street where I used to live, it was full of camper vans, including us. So nobody took any notice of that, did they? I'm making a cardigan if you want to know what I'm making. No pattern, just it's the same as the red one. I'm going to have to start writing things down because I don't remember. I don't remember how much things took. I don't remember what hook I used. I don't remember how many chain. I should have a little, exercise book it would be. I watch Amora and she calls it her secret book, what she writes down, because she doesn't understand patterns, so she has to write things down in her own way. So she calls it a book of secrets, that's what she calls it, yeah. Where she writes things down in her own way, yeah. Apparently she teaches maths, so that's why she works out patterns in her head, but she can't write them down. She doesn't understand them. Well, it's like that with Z, Zelda NRJ3. Z can't read a pattern either. She can watch a tutorial, she can watch a YouTube, but she can't read a pattern. I'd have been scuppered, wouldn't I? Because in the old days, that's all we did have was a pattern or a pattern book. You didn't even have a pattern. You had a book of patterns, a book of stitch patterns was what we had when I was younger. Very, very few actual patterns for anything. You had to learn to make it up yourself, yeah. There you are, Dolly, you've got a chicken named after you. Oh, I hate making blankets. Blankets are my nemesis. I made this one under duress. So I made it in double knit done double on a big hook. And even then, I hated making it. How people make blankets after blankets after blankets, I don't know. We used to have, well, not me, my auntie used to have chickens when I lived in Wales, yeah. Yeah, I made one of them actually, them 8-point stars. You can't wrap a baby in them. They're weird. I tried wrapping my doll in it. I had a doll that I used to use for mannequin. And I thought, well, this is pretty useless. You can't put it on a pram because it looks weird. I made one, That was the only one I made. I thought, I'm not making any more. They were pretty. They look decorative, but they're absolutely useless for wrapping a baby up. It's like the blanket my mum made for my son. She made a circular one. Very pretty, but useless. You couldn't put it on the pram. You couldn't put it on the cot. And he was such a big baby, it wasn't big enough to wrap him in. I would have much rather have had a rectangle that I could have put on the cot, as an extra blanket. I've made baby blankets, they're not bad, but I was way ahead of my time because everybody used to stop me when I was out with my baby because I had a granny stitch blanket done all in bright colours. And that was sort of like unheard of, 56 years ago. And everybody kept saying, oh, what a gorgeous blanket. How unusual. Well, it was back in the day. Nobody had brightly coloured granny stitch anything back in 1969. But that was me. Always been different. I'm looking forward to, if we get a summer. I haven't seen my summer dresses for 2 years now. They're packed away. They're probably too big for me now, but I'll wear them. Because I've got lots of more boho-y type things. My winter dresses are pretty plain. And my winter trousers are pretty plain. But my summer trousers are all floral and pattern. And my summer dresses are all jazzy and boho-y. Well, how can it go on your bed if it's got 8 points on it? You'd have to make it absolutely massive. Otherwise, it wouldn't hang over, would you? It would just be like a decoration in the middle. How would you get it big enough to hang over? Oh, I don't get it, Enid. I really don't get 8 point. These star-shaped blankets. Yeah, they look pretty. I admit they look pretty, but four skeins of Red Heart Super Saver, is it? Yeah. You don't go that far. I mean, I've had some of that because I used to have it sent to me sometimes. And I found a place in the UK at the time that used to sell Red Heart. I mean, I used to be paying £7 a skein for it, whereas in America they were getting it for about $2. Yeah, but that's not going to go far because it's quite thick. You'd probably make a cot blanket with that, but I don't think you'll make a big enough for a bed. I mean, what size hook are you going to use? You'd have to use a fairly big one. I like firm crochet. I mean, this one I'm using a, what is it, 275, is it? No, 325 to do this one. I like mine to be fairly together so that when you wash it, it doesn't plunge to the ground. I'm the same with knitting, really. I like my knitting to be firm. There's a woman on Instagram, she's called Pink Sheep. She crochets everything with this whopping great big hook. I mean, they look nice when she's done them, but I'm thinking, what do they look like when she's washed them? How big did they go? How low can you go? Oh, we've not got Chris yet, have we? No Chris. You're off, Connie, right? See you next week. Yeah, don't forget it'll be a different time next week. Not, I won't be on a different time. It's just that the clocks have changed. So if you're in America or Canada or wherever, it'll be a different time for you. I must remind Chris, because Chris always gets it wrong for the first week. Yeah, they just don't seem to fit right, Jane. You know. Oh, you're in London. Oh, you're all right then, aren't you? I'm reading a book on Xandra Rhodes at the moment. She calls Graham Beige Grage. There is no place in my world for greige, she said. And I'm like, yes. My beige curtains have gone to the charity shop, you'd be glad to know. Nothing wrong with them, good curtains, but they weren't me at all. They're what he'd left behind. I've got me jade ones up now, what do you call them, peacock green or something, peacock blue. Feels more homely now they're up. I can't afford to paint and decorate at the moment, but I'll just put pictures up everywhere and have a bit of colour, splashes of colour, like me with my purple. I'll tell you, my friend's given me 2 cushions in purple. She brought them today for me. I was going to plant seeds today, but it was too cold, and I'm not one to plant them in the house and make a mess because I'm sloppy and I'd get soil and potting compost everywhere. So I was going to do it outside, but it would have frozen to death out there today. And you know, it's been gorgeous all week. The weather's just changed. When I watch a lady, she lives in Russia somewhere, and she said, oh yeah, the spring's on its way, and she showed all the snow melting and everything. And then the day after, she said, spoke too soon, she had about 3 inches of snow. They get really awful winters somewhere. Something went crack there. This house is full of creaky bits. You know, you're like, what's that? What's that? I haven't got used to the noises that the house makes yet. My house in Prestwich, you'd have sworn it was haunted. Oh, the noises that house used to make. When people used to come, especially if they stayed with me, they're like, what's that? What's that? Doors used to open on their own. Because the house wasn't dead level. One of my friends, I used to wind her up, he used to say, come in. And she used to say, what are you talking to? I said, Mr. Ghost. Because the door used to just swing open on its own. It was because the house wasn't level. And she said, don't say that. And then upstairs, the heating used to go, the pipes for the heating used to go under the landing. So, of course, it used to make the floorboards creak. You know, when it went hot, the floorboards probably expanded or something. Then when it went cold, it contract, and it used to sound like somebody was walking along the landing. I was used to it, but it used to freak her every time she came. What's that noise? What's that noise? What is it? But I haven't got used to this house yet. The noises that it makes. I still haven't seen next door. I went and knocked on this today because, you know, I'd hung that hanging basket on the joining fence. And I thought, well, it's only polite if I ask him, does he mind? Because I want those, those bright coloured plant pots. I want some of those when I get round to it. And I thought before I start hanging them on the fence and upset him, I'll ask him, is it okay? But he wasn't in. His car was there. He's got an electric car that was charging up, but he didn't answer the door. I see the car going in and out. I've not seen him at all. He's like the man that wasn't never there, like the invisible man he is. So I've been here, since the last day of January I've been here. And I still haven't seen him or heard him. He went into the garden the other day, the back garden. I know that because I saw the door open from his conservatory. So whether he'd gone out to his dustbin or not, I don't know. But I didn't see him because the fence is high. It's too high for me to look over, you know what I mean? I'd have had to stand on something. You would have thought I was noise. Oh, laugh. Next door at the back of me, they're putting up a proper greenhouse, the metal proper greenhouse. And you know what men are like? They're probably not reading the instruction manual. It was up and it was down, and it was up and it was down. And I'll give them the due, they didn't actually swear, but things were getting a little fraught, And one of them kept saying, I'm sure they've given us the wrong pieces. I'm sure they're the wrong size. Anyway, the greenhouse the frame's actually up, but there's no glass in it yet. Yeah. Hi, Munchkin. Hi, Chris. I was just saying, where have you been? Don't forget, Chris, our clocks go forward tonight. So next week it'll be a different time. Hi, Nancy Norma. If you wonder why I call her Nancy Norma, it's because I always get her name wrong. I always get Munchkin's name wrong. Val's won't be on tonight, I don't think. She's gone down to Bournemouth on a holiday. Her and her hubby. Yeah, it's a long way to go on a coach from here. I'd rather her than me. You're only an hour late instead of 2. Yeah, well, I don't know what time it'll be next week for you. It'll be an hour earlier. Yeah? Because your clocks don't change, do they, for another week or so? Ours changed tonight. I'll have to remember to do all the clocks. I hate that. It's not so much changing the clocks, having to reach them down. I've got to get the ladder to reach them down. Yours changed 2 weeks ago, yeah. Ours is changing tonight. Just in time for Mother's Day tomorrow. I know it's not Mother's Day in America, but it is over here. Oh, I'm so cold. I don't know why. When I was having my iron infusion, I said to the nurse, I asked, hi, Mimi. I asked, I said, I've done Dr. Google, and he said if you're low on iron, then it makes you cold. And she said, oh, yeah, it is. It's right. So it's for once Dr. Google's right. Worldwide insanity with no purpose. Well, we know that, don't we, Mimi? I try not to look at news anymore. It's depressing. Plus the fact they hype up the news, don't they, just to make a story sensational. I don't think they tell us the truth anymore. You know, if it's a slow news day, they find something, you know, really stupid, don't they, to tell you. I've stopped watching the news on the telly anymore. I won't watch it. Especially when Rachel Thieves has been having a go. Tell you, she won't be happy until everybody's in poverty and starved. Can't be doing with her. I met my local councilwoman this week. She was on a mobility scooter. And she said to me, "I'm your local councillor." And I said, "Oh, that's nice." So she said, "Have you got any problems?" I went, "Yeah, no dip curbs." She said, she'd apparently got something wrong with her. And she said she didn't realise until she had to use a scooter how difficult it was to go up and down the curbs. So she said, "I hope you're going to vote for me." And I thought, well, I'm not asking you what politics. She's my local councillor, apparently, but I didn't ask her what party she was with. I thought, I'm not going there. Yeah, she said, "I hope you're going to vote for me." I thought, it depends. If she gets me dip curbs put round here, at least it'll be a start. I'm sick of mountaineering, trying to go up and down great big massive curbs. I had to go out on my little scooter the other day, honestly. They're like Mount Everest, our curbs, you know. And I've only got little wheels on that folding scooter. It is charging up, by the way, now. It was the charger. Thank goodness for that, so it wasn't an expensive job. I thought, oh my God, if there's something wrong with it, it's got to go in the shop. You know, it's one thing after another, isn't it? Why am I so cold? And that fish is set on me heavy. I know fish shouldn't set heavy, but it has. Most things are unpacked apart from the garage. I've not even been in there. It's just a nightmare in the garage, yeah. Oh gosh, they're all right. They don't care about us. They get the heating paid for. They get big salaries, don't they? Subsidised meals in the Houses of Parliament. Subsidised drinks, and they shouldn't be drinking. I'm sorry, but if anybody else was drinking on the job, they'd get fired. No, it was just in your arm. It was just like having a cannula put in your arm. It was just like having your blood drawn, really. It just stung a bit when they put the cannula in, but I didn't feel the infusion going in at all. I've got to go back next week and have some more. But I'm not bouncing with energy yet, so. But she said it would take 2 to 3 days before it could take an effect. She said I probably may not feel an effect until I had the second one, so I shall wait and see. It can't be any worse than I'm freezing at the minute. Oh, that was wishful thinking, wasn't it, Janet? You're supposed to be doing 16 inches, and I've just measured it. It's 11 and a half. I was thinking I was nearly up to the armhole. It was wishful thinking, wasn't it? Never mind, keep going, you fool. Oh, I'm chilly. And I've got a stomach ache now. I don't know if it's that fish or what. Oh, hello. Somebody send me a message. Message in a bottle. It's Nathan. What are you sending me, Nathan? If it's anything that's got music, I can't have. Yeah, well, it has. It's got music, I think. So I can't look at it yet. Otherwise, you'll get me barred. Oh. Oh. Blimey, I'm cold. I was going to get a drink out of the fridge as well. I don't think I'll bother. Yeah, I'm thirsty. I was going to get a water out of the fridge. Maybe I should put on my jazzy shawl. I'm supposed to be making some more for the old people. She says at nearly 80, the old people. But I haven't found my bag with all my bits in. It's in the, I keep saying in the shed. It's in the garage somewhere. It's got all my part balls in. And I'm supposed to be making, another granny stitch multicoloured shawl or two for the old dears in the nursing home. But I can't find the bag. Well, I'm scared of going or pulling anything in case it all collapses on me. Living on your own, if you get buried underneath a load of bags and that. A staggered half double. Yeah, apparently they are, Nathan. Yeah, we're losing an hour in Beddybows tonight. Just in time for Mother's Day. Yeah, you're a mother, it's your day, and you get an hour less in bed. Something not right about that, isn't there? Oh, it's Jane sending me a photograph here. As long as it's just a photo, I can have a look at it. Oh, Christine laying on the bed. I am going for my shawl. My fingers are freezing. Oh, hold on. Oh, my stomach hurts as well. Why did I have that fish? Me and oily fish don't get on. You're supposed to have oily fish for your bones, aren't you? Oh. Oh. What shall I have? Water or orange? I'll have an orange. Oh, it's freezing cold. Now, these are what I'm supposed to be making for the old dears. I make it with me. The pattern's from a lady called Crochet Objet. So, but I like it because it comes all the way around and it stays on. Like that, it stays on. Whereas the ones you make in a triangle, they tend to fall off. So, but until I can find my oddments, I can't make any more. Oh, it is nice and warm. That's why I wear it. It wraps over. It's a better shape than the triangle ones because it doesn't fall off your shoulders. Ooh. I'm so flipping cold. Well, I shouldn't be. I've got the draft excluder underneath the door because it howls a gale under the conservatory door. Oh, I think whoever fitted the door, it's about an inch like that gap under the door. I mean, it only goes into the conservatory, but it's still cold in the conservatory. It's all glass, isn't it? Is the iron giving me stomach? Yeah, I've got IBS anyway. I'll take two more pills. Not painkillers, by the way. I'm not overdosing. It's what do we call it? What do you call them? I can't read it. The stomach pills, anyway. Oh, Buscopan, yeah. Buscopan. I had my Gaviscon, but that didn't work. So I'm on the Buscopan now. Oh, dear. It's all good fun. Tra-la-la. So what are we all making? What are you all doing? I'm making a cardigan, not because I need another cardigan. It's just something to do until I can find all my wool. Well, I've been on iron tablets and apparently my body's not been absorbing them at all. So I'm just hoping that my body absorbs these iron infusions. They thought I might have been glucose intolerant at one time, but apparently I'm not. I'm lactose intolerant. Never was until about 2 years ago. Yeah, it's a paid for pattern, but you could sort of make it up. You start off with a big chain and then you increase all down the edges, on every row. But only you increase some in the middle somewhere as well, yeah. But it stays on. It's much better for staying on. You just do a chain to start off with. Instead of just starting off like you do normally with a little bit, you start off with a long chain. No, I have to have black coffee. If I have it with milk, it gives me stomach issues. I get that non-dairy milk now. I can't drink oat milk and almond milk and stuff like that. Ugh. Rice milk. Ooh. No, I just have non-dairy. Outgrew it. I like that. You mean he's got fatter? I used to outgrow my clothes. It's the opposite now. Everything's too big. I've had to put an elasticated belt on these trousers, over the top of these trousers, because they just keep falling down. They won't stay up. And I'm not buying all new clothes at the moment. It's one luxury that I cannot afford at the minute, so I've got other things to buy. When I get myself on a level key, when I stop having to buy stuff for the house, I'll be all right. It's not that I'm poor, it's just I'm having to buy stuff that, your everyday things that you need, like a colander or sharp knives and stuff like that. Once they're all bought, then, I'll be all right. But at the moment, it's every other day I'm thinking, oh shit, I need this, need that. Like I had to buy some WD-40 today and some glue. And I had to buy a clothes prop, for the washing line. And the electric scrubber thing for the floor. It's just every day sort of, it's something else I need here. "1958 Plymouth Fury." Why, what was Plymouth Fury? I know you call her Plymouth Fury, but what was it? Was it a ship or a plane? What was it? We have a Plymouth over here, but it's, Plymouth Hoe. That's where Christopher Columbus set sail from, I think. Oh, it's a car, right. I think Sean was near Plymouth somewhere. Does it have a special significance for you, being as you call the dog the same name? Was it your particular car at the year of the time? My dad always bought Vauxhall or Opel, because Opel was the German version of Vauxhall. He wouldn't have any other kind of car. The only other car we bought a Ford once. Oh, what a pile of air that was. It broke down. It was brand new. We had it back in the dealership, back there, eventually we got fed up with it and got rid of it. Nothing but trouble. So after that, no more Fords. Put my dad off for life, that. It just had one fault after another. It's what they used to call a Friday afternoon car, isn't it? The ones they make just before they knock off for the weekend. Stephen King movie. I don't like creepy movies. I used to read those James Herbert books, but I stopped. The Fog and whatever it were, something other. I don't like scary things. That's why I don't go to the cinema most of the time these days. I don't like violence and stuff like that. I prefer a musical or something. I used to like the Doris Day movies, things like that. They were more my kind of movie. I don't like scary things and, things where they're killing people. I didn't even like Kung Fu, where they were kicking everybody. I didn't like them. And the remakes of Walt Disney are all rubbish. Yeah, ours was one of those. Right from coming out the shop, brand new it did. Started having problems within about 2 weeks of having it. My dad wouldn't touch a Ford again after that. We kept it about 18 months. I'm not joking. I think it were in the shop more than it were in our garage. No, I don't like scary things, especially when they make you jump, when things jump out in a film. And it stops my heart, you know. It's like, ah! I don't like scary things. Why am I so cold? It is not cold, Janet. Hey, Val. I was just saying you wouldn't be on today because you were in Bournemouth. Up at 5. No, I was up at 7:30. That was enough for me. What time did you get in Bournemouth then? It's a long drive. I know I'd done it in the past when I was younger, when we went in the car. But it was a heck of a drive. No, I don't like zombies and things like that. Sci-fi and stuff, I don't like any of that. We're talking about we don't like scary movies, Val. It's absolutely hammering down here, Val. I am freezing. It's blowing a gale. My greenhouse is all around the garden. I'm glad somebody's got nice weather. I'm crocheting with another cone, Val. Them never-ending cones. I still haven't found my stuff in the garage yet. No, I don't like dinosaurs either. Not unless it's in the Flintstones, you know. The comic dinosaurs. Gosh. Either something's gone by that's heavy or a plane's gone overhead. Ooh. Yeah, I've got a neck ache and a headache. Oh, I hope I'm not coming down with anything. I'm warm. I don't know why I'm warm when I'm not. Ooh. Take your pulse, Jan. Take your pulse. Mm. And my oxygen's 99, so that's good. And my pulse is 72, so that's about average, isn't it? Yeah. Must be right. Don't stay up late, no. I try not to. I tend to see things on YouTube, you know, then before I know it, it's like 1:00. And, you know, I was watching Not Quite Enough Yarn, poor girl, she's going through it. She's still on a radiation, whatever they call it, radiotherapy. She lost all her hair now. As our Leslie. She's still so cheerful. But they don't know whether the radiation's worked or whether a tumour shrunk at all. Even in this day and age, they still can't find a cure, can they? No respecter of people. No, I haven't fallen asleep for a bit. No, you're right. The other week I had to go about 11 o'clock because I know I was going, yeah. Yeah, she's a lovely lady. Absolutely lovely lady, Val. I don't know whether you follow her or not, but she's lovely. I'm getting a bit fed up with all my lovely knitters and crocheters all turning over to cross stitch. It's really getting on my nerves now. Every time I turn over to watch knitting and crocheting, there they are doing cross stitch, and I'm like, I know some of you do cross stitch here, but I mean, it's either a cross stitch channel, isn't it, or a knit and crochet channel. I just wish they'd stay with a knit and crochet and leave the cross stitch for another day. Oh, she's lovely. It's called Not Quite Enough Yarn. She's got loads of yarn, a room full of yarn, but she never has more than like one or two skeins of each colour. So all the things she does are always stripes or patterns, yeah. Or diamond painting, that gets on my wick as well. I can understand somebody doing one, but when they do one after another, and you're thinking, oh, come on. What do you do with them all? There's only so much wall space in your house, isn't there? Give them to people? No, they don't want them. If anybody gave me my like, oh, thank you. You don't mind if they throw an odd one in every now and again, but when they just seem to turn the channel completely over, and all they talk about is either the diamond painting or the cross stitch. That's all they talk about. And I'm like, no, you're a knitting and a crocheting channel. Go back to what you're supposed to be going back to. You know, what they forget is they're alienating like about 90% of the subscribers because they don't want to watch it. Well, I don't anyway. I suppose it is better than stagnating and doing nothing, but it's not very interesting to watch if you're not interested in it, you know. It's like if I suddenly turned my channel over to painting the house or something, you know, people would be like, whoa, you know, Janet knits and crochet, she doesn't do decorating, you know. You wouldn't mind an odd video of me doing something different, but you wouldn't want me every week, you know, starting putting flat pack furniture together or painting. You'd be like, well, where's a bit of crocheting, where's her knitting, you know? Hey, oh dearie me. I see Sheila's finally got a sofa after waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for it. A cuddle seat, is it called, or something? Yeah. I'd pay good money to see me putting a flat pack together. I couldn't even put the bathroom cabinet together. It was only a little thing that went underneath the wash basin. My friend had to come and help me. I couldn't even get as far as putting the magnet on the door. I promised my friend's husband I will not buy any more. Yeah, I've got a doll's house to decorate. Yeah, I know. That'll be done when I've done everything else, Val. Yeah. I've got to paint and decorate a doll's house. I've got all the furniture. I've even got the paint. Now I've got to get that garage sorted out first, Val. That's more priority than, than my doll's house. Oh, my stomach is rebelling. It didn't like that sea bass. It was nice and all, but my stomach didn't like it. Yeah, I watch a lady who sort of lives kind of half of the lifestyle of the 1940s. And she has a doll's house and it's painted in exactly the same colour as my paint, like a sort of aubergine colour. She has her doll's house. My God, I'm so cold, my hair's standing on end. You know when you can feel your hair on your scalp standing on end? I hope I'm not getting anything. You know what it's like when you go to hospitals, you pick up germs, don't you? Ugh. Yeah, it's the wallpapering that's putting me off, Val. I'm no good at wallpapering. I'll have to get glue and everything and some paper. Then I've got to paint. People had said get that sort of paper, you know, the pattern paper that they do to do that paper crafting stuff. That's another thing I don't get. Paper crafting. I don't get that at all. Journaling. Well, keep a diary, yeah. But sticking stickers all over everything and that, I don't get that either. Hi, Sina. Perhaps I'm just a more practical person. There has to be, how can I put it, a reason for making anything with me. Like if you sew, you're making something that's useful. If you crochet, same. Knitting, same. Paper crafting, no. Journaling, no. You know, I don't see the point of that at all. But that's just me. Just me. Do you know, I think I'm getting a headache as well. Oh, God, I'm all right moaning in it tonight, aren't I? I've got backache, I'm freezing, and now I'm getting an headache. Oh, honestly, why am I so blooming cold? Yeah, thank you for reminding everybody to put the thumbs up, yeah. Oh, God, that's just what you need, Val, isn't it? Yeah. Bye for now, Autumnley. Bye. I mean, nobody in the, well, it wasn't a hospital, was it? It was a clinic, really. Nobody in the clinic looked ill, but you never know. The man sat opposite me had been on antibiotics, but that wasn't for a cold. It was some infection he had in his knee. Oh, I'm shivering. Yeah, I don't watch sports. It's just not my thing. Well, I've got that. I've got arthritis. I've got ankylosing spondylitis or whatever that is. That's a nice big word for a Saturday, isn't it? Osteoporosis and ankylosing spondylitis. It's nice to have things with big words, isn't it? And you can trot them out, can't you? What is wrong with you? Well, I've got this one. Pain. Oh, God, I'm just shivering. Oh, flipping heck, Janet. What is wrong with you? Oh, now my painkiller things are getting rid of the wind now. Not painkillers, the Buster Pan and the Gaviscon are starting to work now. Oh, listen to my body. Yeah, my body's telling me to. I've got my heating on, yeah, and I even turned it up. So I don't know why I'm so cold. Good night, Jane. I have a thermometer somewhere. It's in there. My temperature is always lower. Yes, maybe I was sickening for something, yeah. I don't know why my temperature runs lower than everybody else's. That's one thing they didn't do at the hospital, which has surprised me. Oh, yeah, they did take my temperature. Yeah, they stuck that thingamajiggle in my ear, yeah. Must have been all right, yeah. You're going as well, are you, Val? I don't wonder if you've been travelling all day. Yeah, try your new CPAP machine, Val. See if it's as good as your ResMed. No, I haven't got my heating pad on. That's a thought, isn't there? I could get my heating pad, stick it in the microwave. Ooh, you've just given me an idea there, Beamer. Honestly, if I wore any more clothes. Oh, I've been cold all day, though. Honestly. Oh, oh, wee. I've got my microwave heat pad. I put it in the microwave. Oh, dear. Oh. When my friend came today, she said, oh, what a lovely big kitchen. And then she said, it's one of the biggest rooms in the house. I said, yeah, that's why I've got my computer in here. I said, there's no room for my computer in any other room except here. Oh, jeez, it's so cold. Oh. The heating pad's in the microwave now. That's what's whizzing round. I'm getting a right headache. God, I'm a right old whinger, aren't I, tonight? Do you know, I hate whingy videos when people go on about the health. I was actually looking at one, but I keep thinking to myself, well, it's coming summer. I'll get one at the end of the year. So many things that I need, Chris, that you have to prioritise, don't you? Trouble with anything electric in this house is we haven't got any sockets. I'm saving, when I save up eventually, I need to get an electrician in. But they're so expensive, any tradespeople, aren't they? I know they know the trade and I know they do a good job, but, anything to do with plumbing or electrics costs an arm and a leg these days. But you don't want a cowboy, do you? You want a proper registered person who's going to do it properly. Otherwise, you can have a fire, an electrical fire, if you don't do it right. No, my freezer or my fridge just knocked on. Oh dear. Yes, I've got my Amazon wish list up. It's under in my show notes. So if you want to know what I'm trying to get, you can have a little nosy. You like having a nosy at other people's wish lists. Don't worry, I haven't got anything expensive on it. I know my limitations. It's mostly stuff for the garden I've got on my wish list. It's just to remind me when I see things that I like. I put them on the wish list just to remind myself. I use it as like a bookmark. Couldn't find the page. Well, if you just look for my name, because my wish list is supposed to be public. He said he couldn't find the page. Oh. Well, I copied it off the top. The whatever. Just look up my name on Amazon and then it should be there. Put a heated blanket on it. Yeah, they're about 40 odd quid. No, I'm not putting things like that on it. Don't expect anybody to buy things like that. I'll be lucky if I get a bar of chocolate. That's me. I'm happy with little things. I'm not a greedy person. It's like when I got married, I put things like dusters and that on my wedding present list. Nowadays, they put spin dryers, tumble dryers, don't they, on their wedding present list these days? I put dusters and tea towels on mine. I wasn't greedy. I've never been a greedy person. Some people are, aren't they? Always wanting more, more, more. When people on YouTube ask for sewing machines and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, God, you're so cheeky, There was one woman I remember her putting that on, and she got one. Somebody bought her one. She put a sewing machine on and got one. Oh dear. I don't know why they wish. Yeah, well, some people have more money than sense, don't they? It's like the chairs that they got given. I mean, I'm not begrudging Leslie anything because she's like, poor girl, she's battling cancer and that, but she's got a rocking chair. It rocks and swivels and does everything. And 2 or 3 people have got them sent to them, from this firm. No, I haven't got a heated throw, no. I thought about it, but my money had to stretch on other things this month, Nathan. I went looking for a sofa bed, well, just pricing a sofa bed actually, but the only one they had in this Crochet catalogue shop, the only one they had was a black sort of, well, not leather, proper leather, like a leather, isn't it? But it was 6 foot. That wouldn't fit in my second bedroom. It's too big. So I didn't even ask the price of that. I just said, no, it's too big. I wasn't going to get one. I was only wanted to know what the price was. Apparently there's another place in Lytham, and my friends, she said her husband's got some holiday time. She said she wouldn't mind going to look in this place. So she said if they go, she'll come and get me, take me to see if they've got any sofa beds in there. Oh, I mean, I can't look on Marketplace because I don't have a car. It's all collection only, isn't it? Oh, you've got a thunderstorm. We haven't got a thunderstorm, just torrential rain. It's actually stopped. Oh, I've put my heat pad on my tummy. Oh. No, whenever I see things on Marketplace, it's always collection. Same with a lot of things on eBay, it's collection only, yeah. I thought it said 50 inches of rain. Mind you, they gave me this pamphlet to read before I had my iron infusion. And I read it and it said, you can expect to be here from 1 to 5 hours. And I'm like, 1 to 5 hours? And she said, no, you read it wrong. She said, it's an hour to an hour and a half. It must have said 1.5 hours. And I read it as 1 to 5 hours. I was going to be there. You're looking for a 3-seater. No, I want a sofa bed for if I get any guests. I don't want a permanent bed because my second bedroom's not that big. If I put a proper bed in there, it would just take up all the room. At the moment, no, I don't feel any different, Chris, but she did say it can take 2 or 3 days for you to feel the effects. And she said some people don't feel better until they've had the second one, which is next Friday. So I'm not expecting wonders. Hiya, Shad. My necklace is just plain today. It's got gold bits in between. You can't see them. Gold beads in between. I don't know why you can't connect to me, Amazon. Have you tried putting my name in, Jan Carruthers? And I don't know why. Let me have a look what it says. Hang on a moment. Wish list is public, yeah. Oh, invite. Invite somebody to view. Well, if you're not... Oh, copy link. Link copied, yeah. So how can I... Let's see if I can paste it. That's what it told me. Yeah, that's what it's told me. I don't know whether that works. It gives you an error on the old one. Well, try the new one then. If you want to nosy what I've got on my list, I like nosying what people want. Don't mean I'm going to buy them anything. I just like nosying at what they want. Oh, that one works, does it? Well, maybe I should put that one on this when I can get to it again. Yeah, you can have a good look at all my plant pots I've got. You're happy as a clam, I am. Glad somebody is, yeah. I'm freezing, Shad, and I don't know why. I just hope I'm not sickening for something. And my heating's just come on again. So maybe I'll warm up now. The boiler's just kicked in. You can probably hear it in the background. Buzzing away there. I wonder where they get that expression from, Shad. Happy as a clam. How do we know a clam's happy? They usually say happy as a pig in muck, don't they? Are pigs happy in muck? I know dogs are. Maybe because it's smiling. Does a clam smile? Or is it just like half open or something? Oh, my man next door. I tell you, his Porsche windscreen's smashed. He was going along a country lane and a stone or something flicked up from the road and smashed his windscreen. And he was lucky it wasn't him because he had his top down. been any higher, the stone, it could have hit him in the face. Or his wife, who was sat next to him. Yeah. Sheesh. Oh, Google says it's mine. Oh, we've all got to know what Google says. Dr. Google, if you can. Oh, happy as a clam at high tide and the safe. Oh, right. I don't think I've eaten a clam. I don't think I have, anyway. I've eaten certain shellfish, but I don't think I've eaten a clam. What are they, the ones that spout water up through the sand? Are they clams? You know, they're there because there's like a breather hole. And then when you see this breather hole, you go and dig them up. Is that a clam? Oh, jeez. Oh, I've got indigestion now. Whales. No, I don't think a whale's under the sand. I think that's a clam or something, isn't it? You look for this breather hole blowing up. They blow water up, don't they, out the hole, and then that's when you go and dig them up. I don't know whether they're clams or not. Yeah, dig up a whale. I know they blow. Moby Dick. Oh, this my back's warm now. I'll just put it next to my back, my heating pad. It's only one of those wheat pads that you put in the microwave. Oh, hi Helen. I'm not feeling any different, to be quite honest with you, Helen. Well, she did say it might be 2 or 3 days before I felt any different. I haven't bounced with energy yet, let's just say. But it is only a day. I'm expecting miracles, yeah. I don't know about my B12. They did a comprehensive blood test and they didn't say anything about my B12. They don't do testing over here like they seem to do in America. You know, you have to ask for things. Like thyroid, they don't test for it unless you ask for it. Or, you know, they don't do comprehensive blood tests over here. If they think you're anemic, they just test you for iron deficiency. They don't test you for the rest of the stuff. You know, from what I can gather, when you go for a blood test in America, they test you for everything known to man. You know, I did used to take B12 supplements at one time, but not from the doctor. So I don't really like self-diagnosis. You know, you can take in vitamins and stuff. No, they've never even offered me one of them. My friend does them. I don't think they test routinely for it unless you ask. The thing with me is because I'm got a CPAP machine, they tend to think any tiredness is relating to my sleep apnea. So they don't take you seriously as well as they should do. Well, I should have had an MOT when I was 70. I'm nearly 80 now and I've still not had it yet. They're supposed to run a complete and utter test on you when you turn 70. Still waiting. Apparently they stopped doing them with COVID and they haven't started them again. You'd be lucky if you get an MOT, Nathan. You'd be lucky if you see a doctor. You have to be a cadaver on a slab to see a doctor. Well, I've got some fresh orange. Well, it's in a package in the fridge. I'm just drinking a can at the moment, so I don't think Orange Zero does much for my health, but never mind. MOT, it's short for when you have a car, you have to go for an MOT every year when your car's of a certain age, and it means they check everything on the car. So when you say you are going for an MOT, it means that you're going to get everything checked in your body. You know, your eyes, your kidneys, your whatever, your prostate if you're a man, your ovaries if you're a lady, stuff like that. So we just call it an MOT, yeah. I don't know what it stands for. I think it's Ministry of Transport, but we just use the abbreviation to mean that you're having a complete and utter health check here. When you say you're going for your MOT, yeah. But you have to beg for them over here. They don't do it. I mean, if you have private health insurance, sometimes they make you have them, but you have to pay for them. A physical, yeah, we don't call it a physical. We just call it an MOT, yeah. Yeah, if you have certain insurance policies over here, really expensive insurance policies, you have to go every so often to have a full medical check, you know, your heart, your everything. But you have to pay. The doctor doesn't do it for free. You know, if I insisted, I could probably go somewhere, you know, to a private clinic if I had a car to get there and have everything checked over for me. It's like at my time of life now, they don't do, you know, the cervical smear, they don't do the boob checking, they don't do any of that when you get to a certain age. But you could pay, you know, but I don't know how much it costs, probably a few £100 just to go and get a complete and utter MOT, get everything checked out. You could eat a bucket full, what, clams or what? I don't think I've ever eaten a clam shad. If I have, I don't remember. They're probably really expensive or anything like that is. Yeah, I feel that way as well. I can't put my finger on anything that I think is serious. I just think that something's a bit off. You know, one of my levels of vitamins or whatever. I know my iron was down because they picked that up. But I just feel like something's missing, you know, vitamin wise or something wise. Something's not quite right. I mean, I've had an endoscopy and I've had a colonoscopy and they didn't find anything wrong. So at least I know it's nothing serious in that department, but I just don't feel quite right. And yet they don't like you taking, you know, vitamins without being checked because you can do more damage if you take, you know, if you, a man, yeah. No, they check the prostate if it's a man. For a woman, they check the ovaries and the bits and pieces. Yeah, well, I'm like that, but I've put that down to, you know, age. It's not not your problem, Nathan. You're not that old. It's probably a vitamin deficiency, but you're not supposed to take vitamins without being told which ones to take, because if you take too many of the wrong ones, that's just as dangerous, yeah. Well, I never got mine confirmed because when they were trying to confirm whether I had fibromyalgia, it was when COVID came and they stopped doing any tests, didn't they? So I've never been diagnosed with it, and yet I have really bad flare-ups. But I don't know whether it's just arthritis or whether it's fibro. I don't know. So I can't say I've got this or I've got that because it's never been diagnosed. So I don't take Doctor Google's word for anything. There's so many things that it could be, you know. Certain things are very difficult to diagnose. I just think I'm lacking in some vitamins, or like you said, that B12 maybe. I don't know. But unless I pay for a blood test or demand one. Yeah, but you know, like people say, oh, yeah, take this vitamin, that vitamin, the other vitamin, and it could be worse for you. If you don't need them and you're overdosing yourself with some vitamin, it's worse than you not having anything at all. Oh, I think it's like me. I'm on that Monjaro. Everybody else losing pounds and pounds and pounds on Monjaro. I think I've got the placebo because I'm not losing anything. You know, people, oh, losing half a stone a week. Not lost anything at all. I just stay the same no matter what. I don't put any on, I don't lose any. So and I'm not eating loads, and I'm trying to eat healthy. I don't eat junk food, so I don't know. As I say, I should be like Twiggy now, shouldn't I, being on this Monjaro? I'm sure they're giving me the water in mine. I don't think it's got Monjaro in mine. Oh, we'll keep her happy. We'll give her some boiled water. She can stick that in her stomach every week. My other one I was on before, the one that I couldn't get, that was more of an appetite suppressant, but it gave me really bad stomach ache. That one did. This one gives me stomach ache, but I don't understand why people want to take it. It's not fun. And it certainly doesn't work for me anyway, for losing weight. You started a whole new career. Woohoo! That sounds interesting, Melly. What you doing? She's got us all intrigued now with your whole new career. I think I'm a bit old for a whole new career. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go, Melly. Go, Melly. May we wish you all the success in your new career. Whatever it may be. Oh, hey, there you are, Chris. We need Melly. She's doing pain management. You've had to clean the kitchen. Does that mean somebody else has been cooking and made a mess? I've got to clean the kitchen floor tomorrow when I charge up that new mop. And I charge up my scrubber. Oh dear, I've got indigestion now from those tablets. They're giving me hiccups. Oh. I went to pain management once. Wasn't any good for me. I'm a bit warmer, yeah. Well, the heating's kicked on again, and I've got a heat pad on my back now. No, they sent me to pain management, and they said, you need to work on distracting yourself. I said, like, what? Take a hobby. I said, I read, I crochet, I knit. What other hobby do you want me to have? I said, I can't exactly go to the gym because I can't walk. Distract yourself, she said. Think about other things, she said to me. Don't think about the pain. Yeah, it's a bit hard when you're screaming in pain to think of other things. Yeah. Go for a walk, she said. I said, yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to. It might work for somebody who's not got chronic pain, but chronic pain doesn't work. Distract yourself. I used to have injections in my spine, and they didn't take the pain away, but my goodness, they alleviated a lot of it. And then they stopped. The NHS didn't have the money, apparently. When you go to physio, all they do is give you a leaflet and tell you to go home and do these exercises at home. They don't give you any massage, they don't give you any heat treatment, they don't give you anything anymore on the NHS. They just give you a sheet of paper and tell you to go home and do the exercises at home. They had me doing that, and then they had me going backwards and forwards. I said, hang on a minute. I said, I've had enough of this. I said, at the time it was costing me £13 either way in a taxi. I said, it's costing me £26 to come and see you to ask me how I'm doing with my exercises. I said, no, I'm not bothering. I'm not coming again. Yeah, they talk to you like it's muscles. You've pulled a muscle or something, yeah. Yeah. Like a lot of people, Melly, I'm in chronic pain all day long, but you just have to get on with it, don't you? Nobody wants to help. And I don't want to be drugged up to the eyeballs. A friend of mine's got an implant like in her spine, that sort of doles out, sort of like diabetic people have like a pump thing. Well, she's got one in her spine. And I keep thinking, maybe I should ask if I can go see somebody. Get one of them put in. But she had to go to Liverpool to get that, and I can't do that. Unless they pay for me to go in a taxi. The only time the pain eases with me is when I'm laying in bed sometimes with a heat pad. But you can't stay in bed all day, can you? We don't even get that over here, Mimi. In England, you just don't get any massage, you don't get any heat treatment, you don't get anything. All they do is assess you and give you a sheet of paper and tell you to go away and do the exercises. And that's all you get in England now. If you want anything different, you have to go and pay. You have to pay for an osteopath and pay for a physiotherapist. Yeah, I'd love to have a pain implant in my spine. I know they don't cure it, but at least it take away chronic pain. I don't mind having pain. It's just the pain I don't like. I've wrecked me back doing all this, lugging the boxes about when I moved. You're not supposed to lift anything heavy, but when you live on your own and you've got a load of boxes, what do? You can't just leave them there and keep looking at them, can you? You have to lug them. That's why I'm hoping for some help with the garage, because I just can't face lugging them bags about. When I had the injections, they took the edge off everything. It was great. I just had a nice constant pain level, not like pain. So I call that a success, but then they stopped doing them. They said they weren't working, but I think it was money. Like anything else in the NHS, if it costs money, you can't have it. We'll give it away to everybody that's illegal, and they come and get everything for free. But us poor sods that's paid in for the whole of our lives don't get nothing. It's all private, isn't it, these days? Pay, pay, pay. People think, oh, the NHS is free. People in other countries, oh, you're dead lucky. It's great if you're having a heart attack, or anything like that. It's great, the NHS, if you really, really, but anything normal, what you call just everyday stuff, you can't get anything. Yeah, if you have a car crash, yeah, they'll look after you. Have a stroke, they'll look after you. Have a heart attack, they'll look after you. But if you go in and say, yeah, I've got this pain, they go, yeah, okay. Everybody has pain. Yeah, bye-bye. Ta-ra, you're gone. Look, the boiler's chugging away. It'll just get the house lovely and hot just when I'm getting in bed. Then I'll be too hot when I get in bed then, won't I? Ugh. Tomorrow I'm hoping it's nice and sunny. And then I can get these seeds, well, some of the seeds planted, obviously not all of them. I don't want to plant them all at once, otherwise they'll all flower at once. And I've got nothing coming from Amazon, so I don't have to stay in for them tomorrow. I need to go outside, tie my greenhouse to the other greenhouse so it doesn't blow away anymore. And plant some seeds and hope that they germinate. Yeah, my new bungalow has got nothing. It's just got a yard. It's got pebbles at the front. No, no flower bed or anything that you can put anything in. Just a pile of pebbles at the front, and the back is paved with a few pebbles at one corner. It's just boring. I just want some colour. Something brighten the place up. I need Alan Titchmarsh, don't I, when they come and do your garden over for you. He'd have a job with mine. He'd have to pull up the flagstones. Somebody said that, get somebody to raise a couple of the flagstones, then you can put some plants. I said, no, because that won't work, because they'll be on the ground and I can't get down there. I need raised ones. If I was handy, and one of these people who could knock up a raised flower bed out of a couple of pallets. My skill wielding a hammer and nails is minuscule. I couldn't build anything, not even a flat pack. I had a lovely one at the other bungalow, but I had to leave it behind because it was full of soil. And I couldn't get the removal men to bring it. So I had to leave it there. I don't know how much it cost me, quite a lot. My son put it together for me. Yeah, I need to get some flat. The ceramic ones are so expensive, aren't they? And those plastic ones don't look very nice, do they? They don't look very chavvy, don't they? Having red plastic plant pots round your garden. Not exactly what you call lovely, is it? I'll do what I can when I can. If I have to buy a plant pot at a time, planter at a time. I fancy those colourful ones. They're only like the size of a tin. They'll only fit one flower in. But I don't want anything too heavy to hang on the fence just in case he objects next door. I did try knocking on his door, but he wasn't in. Or if he was in, he didn't answer the door. I'll have to try again. His car was there because it's electric and it was being charged up. But he didn't answer the door, so I don't know if he'd gone out, left the car at home. I haven't seen him yet. I've been here since the end of January and I haven't seen him yet. I don't want to start hanging things on the joint fence and then he complains I'm damaging his fence or something. I thought, well, I'll ask him, does he mind, before I order any, and, for hearing. Because, they're only tiny, they're like the size of a tin can, really. They're only one flower. I thought it'd be colourful, wouldn't it, that? A row of like multicoloured plant pots. Be a bit chirpy. At the moment, I've got one hanging basket, tiny hanging basket, hanging on the fence. Aldi used to have a load of plants outside, but they didn't. And B&M, they're doing the road outside B&M, and it says like business as usual, but there's nowhere to get up there. You'd be all right if you were walking. You could probably fit up the narrow path that they've left. But me and the scooter, I can't go through there. So I can't go in B&M at the minute. I haven't tried Poundland or anywhere else. And I can't get to a garden centre because they're all miles away and I don't have a car. Hee-haw. They had some seeds in Aldi, but all they had was broad beans. I don't want broad beans. It said assorted seeds, and it was a little narrow, the centre aisle at Aldi that sells a load of stuff. It says seeds, and I thought, oh, I'll have a look. Little narrow thing. All there was broad bean seeds. That's all they had. Maybe all the interesting ones had been sold. I'd have bought one if it's been lettuce or something. Something edible that's, easy to grow. Ooh, the virus doing its nut there. Our Rosie used to dig the big holes everywhere. She was a digger. The lawn that were left behind was such a mess. She tried to dig down to Australia, I think. When you were walking on the lawn, it was like that. It was a nightmare to try and mow it because it wasn't flat. She dug so many holes. So, of course, the grass grew, but the grass grew in the dip, like that. But I think they were going to rip it up and put artificial grass in. I could have some artificial grass put here, but I don't want that. I'd always be frightened that the water would lodge under it and, be squelchy. It wouldn't kind of drain, if you're putting grass over the top of concrete. You do some of those have you met the air plants, the ones that grow just in the air? Oh gosh, that frightened me to death then. It's a little dog they found. It's a cute little dog. They found it in. Somebody said if you can't find the owner, I'll take her in. Oh, bless. She's over a little scruffy looking dog that they found. Oh, somebody said it's her mum's dog. Oh, let's hope they find it. It's a lovely little dog. It's a scruffy looking little thing, but it doesn't look, scruffy as in not looked after. It just looks like that's its breed, scruffy looking. Our Rosie used to look like, was it Nasha, like the Beano? When her hair grew, it used to be wild black hair. She just looked like, I think it was Dennis Menace's dog, wasn't it? Nasha. Yeah. I need anybody who's a landscape gardener who works for free. Come and landscape my garden. Yeah. When I win on the lottery tonight. Or did I tell you I won on the Euro Millions? £2.50 for a ticket, and I won £3.50. So in actual fact, I won £1. So that won't exactly do much, will it? But I did win. I did win on Euro Millions. But no begging letters, please. I'm keeping the pound to put in my shopping trolleys when I go to Aldi. That's where my pound is. Need to get some Horlicks. They didn't have any in Aldi. Well, if they did, I didn't find it. Not everybody does Horlicks. I don't know why. My local shop just on the next block has been closed, but it's reopened. It's had a refurbish. So I don't know what it's like there. Maybe they've got some Horlicks. I don't know. Maybe I will go along tomorrow and have a look if they have any Horlicks. Oh, I'm still cold. I'm still shivering. I've done 14. I've got to do 16 before I get to the armholes. It's getting there slowly. Horlicks, no, it's a malt drink that you make with either water or you probably call it Milo or something. Have you seen the price of it on Amazon? Ridiculous. About £9 for a jar. I'm like, they're going to be having a laugh. You can get it for about £4 if you join the Morrisons. But I don't want to join the Morrisons because you have to order so much before Morrisons will deliver. I don't want to order any food online from Morrisons. It's not chocolatey, it's malt, like malt drink that you make with. You can make it with water or you can make it with milk. I've actually got some that I can make with milk. I've actually got some of that. But there's another one that you can make with water. And I can't find any of that anywhere. They probably have it in B&M, but I can't get to B&M at the moment. No, Ovaltine is brown malty. This is white. It's just like a white, milky type drink. I've got some Ovaltine and I've got, yeah, it's malted milk, yeah. It doesn't taste like it used to. It used to be really malty, but now you can't taste anything. It's supposed to be good if you take it before you go to bed, you know. Yeah, we're not finding it here either, Chris. Perhaps there's a shortage of malt or something. Yeah, you can get hot chocolate, you can get Ovaltine, but I don't want hot chocolate. Yeah, the malt laying chickens have gone on strike, yeah. Must be using all the malt for the beer. It used to taste really strongly good, and now it doesn't. Everybody's complaining, and yet Horlicks, the manufacturer, oh, we haven't changed it, we haven't changed it. We're not all dumb. I know your taste buds change as you get older, but I can tell the difference. It tastes weak and watery. And I did complain to Horlicks, and they said, oh, you need to put more spoons in. I said, it doesn't make any difference. You can put 5 and 6 spoons in, and it doesn't make any difference. No, I've not tried them. I don't fancy them. Don't fancy the flavoured ones. Only I've got some of those, a packet of, what was it? Vanilla flavoured latte or something. You know, the packets from Nescafe. Oh, I had one. It was horrible. I've given it to my friend's young man, yeah, teenager. He likes it. Yeah, I've got it. It's behind me. Hang on a minute. If I turn around, maybe you can. No, that way. Oh, I don't know. I don't think you can see it. It's behind me anyway. If I go this way, maybe. There it is. Can you see it? A red next to the kettle. I tried making a cappuccino today, but I made a mess of it. I didn't realise you had to put 2 pods in. You have to put the milk in first and then put the coffee in. So I made a mess of it, so I'll have to try again. I don't know why I thought it was all in one pot. Because I've never had one before. I didn't look, and there's a white pot apparently and a brown pot. You put the white one in first to get the frothy milk, and then you put the brown one in. But I don't know what happened. I made a bodge as usual. Well, with it being from my friend, she didn't have the instruction manual, so I had to sort of Google it on YouTube. But their machine wasn't quite like mine. It's not like it used to be, Melly. It doesn't taste like it used to. You could really taste the malt and it was really strong. And now it's like a watered down version. They've took something out of it and they won't admit. It's all this blooming. They take ingredients out of everything now, don't they? You can't have that. You can't have that in it. Somebody might be allergic to it, you know. So because of somebody who might be allergic to it, they take an ingredient now of everything. I'm not just talking about Horlicks here, I'm talking about other things. You know, I know when you get older your taste buds change, but you know, other people who are younger are saying that it doesn't taste the same. Well, they cut corners, don't they? And they cut costs. Something costs money, then you know they have to change it. Well, I'm not a lover of Marmite. I'm a you either love it or you hate it, and I hate it. No, they change everything. I can't think of anything offhand now, but things just don't taste like they used to. You know, they force. It's like the tomatoes used to have a whole different taste, didn't they? And even apples, you know, you could tell different brands of apple. I used to love Cox's pippins, and they don't even taste like that. And they don't, you know, when you used to shake a Cox's pippin, you could hear the seeds inside rattling. Now they don't. Oh, her husband wants her to go to the corner store with him. Yoo-hoo! How romantic. Does he want to hold your hand all the way there? Or does he just want you to drive him there? Because he's not walking. I've had a couple of tins. Can you drive me? Oh dear. Now I've got a headache. They did warn me that might happen. I thought they would have given me a pamphlet when I was cut leave. Usually they do. When you leave, they give you a pamphlet what to expect, yeah. I didn't get one. Oh, it's getting near the witchy now. I've just got to say I'm getting really tired now. I can feel my eyes drooping. I can always tell without looking at the clock when it's getting near time to go to bed because I start going like that. I start going to sleep. At least I've got plenty of fruit in my fruit bowl. I've got pears, apples, bananas. I've got kiwis and strawberries in the fridge. I think there's some tangerines underneath there as well. Got plenty of, oh, and I've got grapes, yeah. I like my fruit. And I bought some new ice cream, only plain ice cream, vanilla. Ooh, ooh. I do like a bit of ice cream. It's probably bad for me, but I do like a bit of ice cream. I don't have the posh stuff, you know. Yeah, I'll be going in a minute, Lydia. I'm just saying I'm getting tired. My eyes are shutting. It's time for Lydia to appear. Oh dear, you must have a good social life on a Saturday. Yeah, that boiler's still churning away there. As I say, it'll be too hot when I get in bed now, won't it? You've walked 2 miles. Are you like Enid? She walks miles and miles, Enid. I wish I could. Oh, I'll never walk 2 miles ever again, but I go for a scooter. The trouble is, if I go on my little scooter, it shakes the hell out of my back. I've got to go on my little scooter again on Monday to the library. Shakes me about something cruel. Never mind. I need to make some scones or something. Scones tomorrow. Fancy making them. No, I'm not doing a Megan. I'm not doing a come cook with me in the kitchen. Janet with love. Well, I've got to have my hair down over my shoulder so I get hair in the dinner, don't I? Yeah. How unhygienic. Ugh. Puts me right off. When her hair's dangling in. And then what she's making. Ugh. Tie it back, woman. I'll put an hairnet on. Oh dear. Has anybody watched it? I haven't bothered. Not interested. I've seen clips of it that way enough. That was enough for me. Oh dear. Oh, my back. All I can say is cocodamol don't do anything for the pain. I wish they'd make cannabis legal. Maybe I don't smoke, so I'd have a job with that, wouldn't I? I'm getting really tired now. crocheting all the time I've been on here, and I still haven't got up to the armholes yet. It'll be nice and fine though for summer, won't it? It's only 4-ply, or if you're in America, fingering, because your 4-ply is quite thick, isn't it? I have to find that I don't have to say 4-ply, otherwise you misunderstand. Oh dear. Got indigestion. I'm going to go in a minute because I just want to put my head on the desk at the moment and go to sleep. Look at the eyes. Oh, look at them bags. I look like the before picture on those adverts for, you buy this wrinkle cream and it'll get rid of the eye bags. Yeah, right. Doctored photographs. Yeah. Can't believe anything these days, can you? Am I just being cynical? I think I'm being cynical. Yeah, I'm making a cardigan, yeah. And I've got another cone. I'm making, like that cone. I finished making the shawl, by the way, eventually. I've still got a bit left on the cone, but not much. But I found an emerald green cone because I can't find my stuff in the garage yet. So I'm just sort of faffing about with bits I can find. Anyway, I found a green cone here. How do they test for sleep apnea? You go to the hospital and they issue you with like electrodes and things, and the thing that they put on your finger. It's a sleep test, yeah. They used to do it in the hospital, but now they send you home with some equipment, and then you've got to wear it all night, and then you've got to take it back the following day. When I first got tested, I had to spend the night in hospital, went up to a monitor. But now they don't do that. They send you home with the stuff. It records how many times you wake up in the night. It records your REM sleep, your eyes. When I had mine, I was on video camera and everything. And I'm like, what if I want to get up for a wee? And they said, you have to ring for the nurse. And they come in and switch the video off for your modesty, and they bring you a bedpan because you can't leave to go to the toilet because you're fastened up to all these equipment. Yeah, you have to. They give it. You go to the hospital. They give you all this equipment and that. They stick these electrodes and stuff on your chest, and then you have to go back the following day and take it back, all this stuff, and then they read what's happened, how many times you've woken up in the night, and how many times you've stopped breathing. Yeah. And then if you have got sleep apnea, you get fastened up to a mask and you look like Darth Vader. Is it any wonder I'm still single? Can you imagine giving them the come to bed eyes and you stuff this mask on your face? Very sexy. Luckily, I've not had any partner since I was diagnosed with it. I had to wear that machine all night. So I've not put anybody off because I've never had anybody since. Yeah, they don't tell you for about a week what the results of your sleep apnea is. Yeah. And you have to wear it every night without fail, Nathan. You have to go to bed with this mask on. Because it's all recorded electronically at the hospital, yeah. Yeah, well, that's what my son said to me. But I used to get sleep paralysis, which is terrible. I would wake up and I wasn't breathing, but I couldn't breathe and I couldn't take a breath. And I used to think, this is the way I'm going to die because I can't breathe. And then just when think you're on the point of passing out, you go, and you actually take a breath. But that's scary as hell. But you're paralysed. You can't move at all. You can't move your hands, your arms, anything if you've got sleep paralysis. But I've also got a bit of narcolepsy, and the fact I do that during the day. I'm not as bad as I was, hence I used to fall asleep when I was on the... No, well, I haven't got any sockets either. You know, it's like I've got 2 sockets in my whole bedroom next to the bed, and everything's plugged into them 2 sockets. You know, my charger for my phone and everything. Yeah, you have to be fastened up to it all night long. It's lovely, it's charming. And you wake up with sleep apnea mask scars. They're like across here. Everybody knows you've been wearing them because it makes indents in your cheeks. And it doesn't fade till about lunchtime. So if you go out in the morning, you've got these 2 indents either side of your face. You know, strangers say, oh, you've got sleep apnea, have you? Yes, how did you know? Oh, my husband's got it, yeah. He has the same marks on his cheeks every morning. Yeah. How to keep your romance alive, Nathan. Sounding like Darth Vader when you go to sleep. Yeah, you can sleep anywhere. On your back, on your side, anywhere. As long as the mask's tight enough, because if your mask's not tight enough, when you move your head, it moves. So this is why you get the indents, because it's got a strap around the top of your head and straps at the side. Yeah, I sleep on my side when I'm wearing it. Sometimes I finish up on sleeping on my back. You can't sleep on your front. That's one thing you can't do. You can't sleep on your stomach while you're wearing it because you block the breather holes. Because obviously when air's going in, it's got to come out through a vent. Otherwise you'd blow up. You'd be like a balloon. It gives you a terribly dry mouth. And also it fills your stomach full of wind. So when you wake up, you can be burping for hours or worse, yeah. Depending whether the excess wind's stayed at the top or worked its way through. You could be doing fartleberries for hours when you wake up. Oh dear. Yeah, you stop snoring when you're wearing it, that's for sure. But it sounds like you've got a little Hoover on all the time, like, which is a bit annoying for your partner. It doesn't bother me because I'm used to it. It's like white noise. How long have I been on? Oh, probably about 20 years now. Not the same one, obviously. Well, actually, it was the one thing that saved me when I had COVID. Because I had to sit in the chair and wear it during the day as well as during the night. Because I had really bad COVID. But they didn't know it was COVID because it was right at the very, very beginning. And they didn't know what was wrong with me. It was only later that they realised that I'd had COVID. But I had to wear my mask day and night. Because it was affecting my breathing. They thought I'd got some gastroenteritis or something or other. But night munchkin, Nancy Norma. Right, I'm going as well now because it's 1 minute past the witching hour. So I'm going to go to beddy bones now because I'm tired. And now I'm finally warm because the heating's been on. Just when you don't want the heating to come on. Just when you're going to bed. I've got to go and turn it off, the thermostat off. Otherwise I'll be cooking all night. And then I'll wake up tomorrow morning and see which part of the garden my greenhouse is in. Right, night everybody, and thanks everybody who bought me a coffee. It's very much appreciated. I shall speak to you all very soon. Be soon, I said, be soon. So night everybody, thank you much for your company. Bye now.